Yo, what up everybody? It's your girl Mo Budda, and we have made it to episode 4 of Big Chat with Mo Budda. Never the small talk, always the big chat. Enjoy the show.
Fun on vibes, talk your shit, shorty. Yeah, any op, I'll demolish them. Fuck a hater, don't acknowledge them. Just stay focused, get your dollars in. Talk your shit, shorty. Yeah, took me a new route. She told me don't pull it out. She think I'm the...
What's the word? How's everybody feeling tonight? I feel fabulous, as you can see. I feel wonderful. I can't wait to see y'all on here. Got some pretty interesting things to talk about tonight. And again, tonight, surprise, it's just me. We don't, you know what I'm saying? It's just me, because I'm enough. I'm enough. How y'all feeling tonight? I can't wait to see who I got on here and get it cracking. Oh, I'm supposed to be looking at my thing on my... But we are definitely going to tap into a very special subject tonight that I'm sure most people can relate to in many instances, and I cannot wait to talk about it and get started. So yeah, just really waiting on everybody to come on. Hey everyone! Why is my thing not popping up? Why is my thing not popping up? My video. Did you go live on it? I feel like it's not popping up on my page. Let me see. Okay, so we do have people on here. It's not on my page yet, though. Let me refresh it. What's the word, everybody? What's going on? What's cracking? Good evening. How y'all feeling? Y'all off work or no? Hold on, let me turn on the sound. Hey, how y'all? Oh, last time I don't remember how I turned on this. Turned off the sound. Okay, there we go. What's up, everybody? Well, I guess while we wait for everyone, I can get started with a question of the night. You already know how we pop stuff off here. So I got question of the night, probably a couple questions, because again, I'm on here by myself tonight. So let's get into it. And y'all just fall in where you fall in. Just get in where you fit in. Because I'll probably be 3 questions in by the time y'all start responding. So here we go. First question. Because we ain't got no time to waste tonight. We ain't got no time. We just about to go right in. First question. Who would you team up with during a zombie apocalypse? Ooh, that's a pretty sturdy question there. And it's funny. I'd have to say, ooh, who would I team up with during a zombie apocalypse? Probably my brother, Rocco. I'd probably choose Rock. Shout out to my brother, Rocco. I choose Rocco to team up with. Who better than Rock? I choose Rocco to team up with during the zombie apocalypse for sure. How about y'all? Who y'all choosing? Who y'all taking with y'all to the battlefield? What is your favorite day of the week? I'd have to go with Saturday. Saturday is my favorite day of the week. Friday is just way too hectic for me sometimes. Hey Kelly, hey everybody. I'm definitely going to get to the comments in just a second. I'm not ignoring y'all. But I would definitely have to say Saturday is my favorite day of the week. For sure. It's just more relaxing. I feel like people are off work. The energy is different. Fridays just seem a bit chaotic. Hey, Fridays just seem a bit chaotic. I feel like everybody want to be outside, and I don't really care. I don't really care for it too much. I'm gonna do one more before I jump into how y'all feeling tonight. For all of y'all that's on here, how y'all feeling? The last question before we get started on the topic of the night is, what season would you be? Like, what season would you be? I'd be fall. Like, I would be fall if I had to choose to be a season. Hey, girl. So, whatever day I'm off is my favorite day. Not for real. But if I had to choose a day, I'd say I mean a day. Look at me talking about a day. If I had to choose to be a season, I'd be fall. I just feel like it's easy, breezy, it's cool, you know, it's literally, hey Quita, it's literally my favorite day. I mean my favorite season. Why I keep talking about the day? Am I just happy it's Friday? I don't know, but I don't know. I guess I'm just happy it's Friday. Yes. Okay, everybody. So we gonna jump right into why I'm here tonight. Do I look okay, y'all? First of all, let's start there. Do I look okay? What up, Dre? What up? What up? Y'all come on in. Tell a friend, like, share, and bring everybody in. What's poppin'? Thank you, Kelly Grill. Okay, so we're gonna jump into why Mo Budda is here tonight. I'm here tonight to talk about something I feel like we can all relate to in some instance. And I feel like this would be a pretty interesting topic, so I'm not going to waste no more time. The topic for tonight is hyper-independence. Hyper-independence. Not just being independent, but hyper independence. And for those of y'all who don't know exactly what it means, I'm always gonna give y'all a definition because we can always learn something over here at Big Chat with Mo Budda. So I'm gonna give y'all a definition of what hyper independence means. Hyper independence is when an individual is extremely self-reliant and avoids going to people for support or help. Again, because I know y'all probably didn't hear me the first time. Hyper-independence is when an individual is extremely self-reliant and avoids going to other people for support or help. How many of y'all can relate? Shoot me some hearts, shoot me something on here. How many of y'all can relate to hyper-independence? Literally not wanting to ask, so avoiding, not only not wanting to, but avoiding asking people for help or assistance, support, whatever it is, you just avoid asking people. How many? Let me get a show of hands. How many of you avoid asking people for help? And why? Why do we avoid asking for support or help when we know we need it? What exactly? And we're going to talk about that too, like ways to manage hyper independence. Because like I said, it's not just about being independent and, you know, I can do this myself and I can do that myself. It's not just about that. It's like, by no means am I trying to ask anybody to do anything for me. And we, you know what I'm saying, I want to get to the why of that. As always, I want to get to the why. Oh, that's a good one, Kelly. She says, because I'm disappointed when they say no because I never say no. That's a good one. That's a good one. And that's true because I be the same way. Like if I can do it when you ask me, why you can't do it when I ask you? So I get that, like saving yourself the disappointment. I understand that completely. Because I hear that. Quita says, I really dislike asking people for help because I hate to hear it later down the line when they get mad or upset. That's a good one too. But I feel like depending on the people that you deal with, and if people are as solid as they say they are, that wouldn't even be a factor. What I did for you should never come back up. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta reevaluate, you know what I'm saying, who you dealing with in real time. So I feel you on that though, Quita. Yeah, being a giver is, let me scroll back up because no, I did not see that coming. No, I don't see it. I didn't see it. I hate asking for help and fear of looking weak and being taken advantage. Woo, Melissa. That's that vulnerability. And that's something that we often run away from too, or we stray away from, being vulnerable. So I definitely understand that. I've been starting to say no, though. I take breaks from being a giver to regroup, and then I start giving again. Honestly, Kelly, and for everybody else that's on here who's kind of like piggybacking off of one another with these responses, that's just who you are at your core and in your heart. You don't know how to be anything else but a giver. Like, you can set boundaries on being a giver. That's always a plus. And you can, you know what I'm saying, save yourself the energy and the time of being disappointed by setting boundaries. That's really all we can do for ourselves, because I have found myself to give and give and to no avail. Like, I'm just still waiting on, you know, someone to give the way that I do. But that's a whole nother segment though, because people are not you. They're not you, and you can't expect them to move the way that you do. So I understand that 1,000%. I love to help, it makes my heart happy. Yeah, and you do it for you. Honestly, you do it for you, Kelly. You don't do it for the other people. Yes, it makes you happy to see other people happy, but honestly, at the end of the day, you do what makes you happy. So if giving makes you happy, you just gotta have limits on that. But to kind of touch back, Melissa, on what you said about you hate asking for help and fear of looking weak, let me get to the other part of this, because that's what this is all about. How to manage the hyper independence. And due to lots of research here, and just mixed in with opinions of my own and, you know, stuff like that, what I've come up with is how to manage is either therapy. You have therapy options. You have self-reflection options. Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Like, why am I doing the things that I'm doing? And practicing vulnerability. It can help manage hyper-independence that's rooted in trauma. Why are we moving in such a way that we feel like we don't need anybody? And I feel like, honestly, hyper-independence, it ruins a lot of things. We feel like we can do everything on our own, then we ultimately feel like, what do we need another person for, or other people? And to be honest, I mean, everybody can use other people. So that's just my take on that. But I definitely want to get to like the root of it, like the trauma of it, basically. Let me see. So those are some really good responses, y'all. And it's like, for me, sorry, y'all be feeling a little crazy. For me though, I guess my question to y'all, because I be needing help too, I'm not perfect, and I just want to know y'all take on this. Like, how do you manage to show grace and gratefulness at the same time, even when someone can't do something you asked of them, or in a timely, or, you know, in a timely fashion that you asked them? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you still show grace when someone can't do something you need them to do? Or gratefulness, how do you still manage to show that? And genuinely. Like, how do you manage to still show, like, you know what, it's good that you couldn't do this, and like mean it? Yes, Melissa, she says you hit it on the head when you said hyper independence stems from trauma. That's a huge eye-opening statement. Because typically, like I said, from personal feelings and also research, that's where it says that it stems from some sort of trauma. Being held responsible probably at an early age to do certain things or specific things, and then you just carry it out through life, just unknowingly, subconsciously. You're just carrying all this responsibility through life. Like, I don't need anybody to do nothing for me. I got it, mainly because you were probably left with some sort of major responsibility when you were a child, or, you know, even a teenager, or so on and so forth. And I know for me, like, since, you know, we talking about it, like, I know that mine stems from, like I said, acts of abandonment and being abandoned, being neglected. And when I say that, I mean that, like, with a child. Like, becoming a mother really left me to feel like I have to do all of this by myself. I don't have time to wait on nobody. I can't wait on nobody. Like, that's where mine rooted from. Never anything before that. I never felt like I had major responsibility put on me as a child. I felt like I was just doing like older sibling duties. I never felt like, you know, it was anything wild and crazy. But definitely in my teenage years is when it kicked in. And I didn't know what to call it then because I didn't have any information on it, and I was clueless, you know, to what hyper independence can be. But definitely as I got older and the gears started turning, it's hyper independence. And I've done my research on it. I'm like, okay, it's one thing to be independent and be like, I got it and I can buy myself this and buy myself that or whatever, but or do this for myself, not even so much as buy. But the hyper part, to be hyper about something, is to be just over the top about it. And it kicked in when I became a mother. So it's like I don't have time to wait. I gotta get it done. I don't have time to wait for you. I don't have time to wait for you. And it's a problem. It's a problem. It can cause problems for sure. Like as soon when you ask somebody for something and they can't do it for you right away, it's like, and that's my biggest downfall, because I immediately think, well, what do I need you for if you can't do what I'm asking you to do? And that is bogus. Like, that is bogus. It's bogus. It's bogus, and I can admit that. I have self-reflected multiple times, and I can admit that that was not right, and it can easily lead people to potentially feel unappreciated, and that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ball game. So yes, yeah, by being quiet, and so you just start to do everything on your own. You don't speak up. You just quiet. You just letting things happen, and you know, next thing you know, I got this. I can do for me. I can do, you know what I'm saying? I can do for me. But honestly, like I said, it's one thing I feel like that's so big in our community that's dividing us more than bringing us together. I feel like we need to start letting guards down. I feel like we need to start breaking barriers and actually allowing people in to do things for us. Because being a giver, trying to give to someone who is resistant to what you're giving, it's a problem, because maybe they're not used to it, or maybe they don't know what to do with what you're giving. You know what I'm saying? So it can definitely become a problem. Yeah. That's good that you don't hold resentment. That's actually perfect. That's perfect. It's good that you don't hold resentment. I've tried to not do that for a long time. I don't feel like I resent anybody though. Like, that's to be resentful, or you know, to hold resent against someone. I feel like that's a pretty heavy duty burden that I don't want to carry. You gotta protect yourself, girl. You gotta protect yourself. For sure. You have to protect yourself by any means. Baby, Melissa, you cannot. Do you hear me? She hit it on the head. You cannot pour from an empty cup. I was just having a conversation about this with maybe my brother, somebody, because I'm always trying to give out useful, meaningful information at any point. But you cannot pour from an empty cup. That is so true. What you don't have, you cannot give to someone else. And that all ties into self-reflecting before you start dating, before you start getting involved, before you get in friendships. Like, do you require what you're, you know what I'm saying? Do you obtain what you're requiring? Like, do you have what you're asking of other people? Are you able to give that back? You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's just the facts. It may be pretty cliche, but like, or whatever, but it's the fact. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So that's so true, Melissa. I cannot give you what I don't have at all whatsoever. I just can't do it. Okay. Kind of bouncing off my own thought from earlier, when I was going into why can a person do what, or when a person can't do what you ask of them, like how do you show grace and how do you be grateful at the same time? Like, I have that so bad because, like, I don't know if you call it spoiled. I don't know what you call it. I don't know what you call it. But I have that so bad, it gets to a point where, like, I'm not even counting in the things a person may have done prior or in the past for me like I said, which can lead to potential feelings of feeling, you know what I'm saying, unappreciated for the other person. So that's tough. I definitely, oh, I'm clicking on stuff. Wow. Or being a brat. So I've been told. Being a brat or being spoiled. I don't know what you would call that, but I don't agree necessarily. But I mean, everybody has their own opinions, you know what I mean? What y'all got going on? What do y'all have going on this beautiful, excellent Friday night? I'm about to ask myself some more questions. Or y'all can ask me questions too. Y'all can ask me anything y'all always wanted to know. I know y'all see me on Facebook all the time, but y'all can ask me anything at any moment. It doesn't matter to me at all whatsoever. And I do mean anything you can ask me. But until y'all get y'all questions ready, I'm gonna ask myself another question. This is for y'all too though, y'all, so feel free to answer. What view do you wish you could wake up to? Oh, what view do I wish I could wake up to? It's hard because like I told y'all before, like it's so like a mood. Like it depends on what mood I'm in. I really do want to go to Italy though. Like I really do want to go to Italy and I want to wake up to the views of Italy. I just feel like it's just a place of love. But on the other hand, I want to wake up in the city, and I'm talking like New York City, like lofty vibes, looking out into the city, the sounds of the city. Like although I never wanted to live in a big city, but that wasn't the question. It asked what view would I want to wake up to. I would want to wake up to like loft energy, like loft vibes, looking out into the city and just watching the city move. Like I really do. And I know it might sound simple, but that's really, I'm a simple gal. Like that would make me really happy for sure. It really would. Most used emoji. Wow. What is the most used emoji? What's y'all most used emoji? I don't even know. I don't even have my phone near me, but if I had to answer that, it would be probably the pink heart. I send out the pink heart a lot because I'm always like in a loving mood for the most part. Internally, I'm always in a loving mood. So I send out the pink heart a lot. I do. I have a thing for trees. Would love to wake up to a forest scenery. Oh, that's nice. Like rainforest, Melissa, or like just a forest? I would want to wake up to like a rainforest type of, like almost jungly vibes, if you will. Almost jungly. Okay. Well, yeah, we still just got answers falling in from the questions. And in case y'all missed it, y'all just now tuning in, we are talking about hyper independence and what that looks like for y'all and what that means to you all. So feel free, talking about woods, feel free to comment what hyper independence looks like to y'all. I really would like to know. Yeah, we talking about hyper independence tonight, y'all. Why do y'all feel like, tomorrow, let me get up off this stove real fast. You better hurry up, because listen, tonight might be a little show. Yeah, get out the store so we can talk about it. Yeah, but definitely hyper independence. Why are we like that? Why don't we ask for help? Can I get some more answers? Why don't we ask for help? And especially towards our loved ones. Why do we feel like we can't ask our loved ones for help? Like, where does that come from? Where does that come from? Who made us feel a way to not be comfortable enough to ask our loved ones for assistance? What has happened? Where was the ball drop? Like, where was the ball drop? Out of fear of being let down. That was a few answers, Polonia. That was a couple comments on here out of fear of being let down. I get it. Disappointment is real. But it's like, why can't we as adults just take disappointment on the chin and be like, you know what? That's okay that you can't do what I asked you to do. But then that's where it starts to tie into, like, especially in partnerships. If I ask you to do something and you cannot do it, it then leads to, or why do we jump so quick to, and this is personally speaking as well, what do I need you for then? If you cannot assist me in what I'm asking of you, then what do I need you for? That's tough. It's tough. But that's still not okay. Like, people can say they got it. And I feel like those are the people who need help the most. The ones that are constantly like, I got it. It makes a giver want to be like, no, let me show you I got you too. Like, let me show you that I can help you. And, you know, I got you too. You're not in this by yourself. The wasting of my time. I understand that. So we have a lot of comments saying disappointment, don't waste my time. Like, that's where the hyper independence roots. But where does it stem from? Where is it coming from? Who let you down? Who do you feel like disappointed you to the point where it's like, it's just rooted in you now, embedded in you now, not to ask for help because you don't want to be disappointed? Who disappointed you? I guess that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, who disappointed you? Fatherless homes. Wow, that's all right, Jeray. All right. That's a good one. Fatherless homes. That's a good one. I just spoke about that from a personal experience. And the feeling of abandonment and neglect all the way across the board. It don't hit you as a child because your brain is not processing your father not being around. And everybody's circumstances are different. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everybody's daddy just walked out on them, because that's not even my case. You know what I'm saying? But that's the truth. Fatherless, that could be a stem, fatherless homes. But what is it about a father? If you know what I'm saying, Jeray, what is it about a father being present that you feel like would change that trajectory? Like, what would the difference be? I'm just tapping into the comments right now. I fumbled a few good ones by simply not allowing them to be men. So her comment says, I fumbled a few good ones by simply not allowing them to be men. I don't know. I can't explain it. Okay. I fumbled a few good ones by simply not allowing them to be men. But, Palomia, on the flip side of that, what is letting a man be a man look like? Like, what does that look like? How do men, in those situations, like, how do men turn off your hyper independence? How can they turn it off? How can they help you relax and let your guards down and you know, chill? Like, how can they help you relax? What does that look like for you? What does a man need to come in and do to turn your hyper independence off? Even a man, because I mean, is it still considered hyper independence for men, or are they just being men? I don't know. Very much like, oh, you know, you have men who like, no, I got it, but is that just a man being a man? So back to the comments. Me not being so independent, you gotta show me something. I understand that. Especially, so this is the part where it all ties into like getting to know people before, you know what I'm saying, you start getting involved with them. Like, I feel like you gotta know that about the person you're dating or in a relationship with. You have to know if they're independent. Like, some slight independence, like, that's cool. Like, yes. And what I mean by independence is being able to go off on your own and do things alone. That's being independent, to stand alone. Anything else, like, that's just what it is. Like, to be independent, to be able to stand on your own, like, and that's good. But when you put the hyper on it, it's like just two people in the house just passing all, you know, just walking past each other. Like, because you don't need me for nothing, and I don't need you for nothing. Or you probably do need me, but you're just not asking me because you're so fixed on being able to do it yourself that you over there silently struggling. And that's not fair. It's not right. to be, because I know I'm a mega stepper and I need to see that reciprocated. I understand that. You have to show me that you can meet me, you know, where I'm at or better. Like, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, show me that I can relax, that I can release my shoulders and let them down, and I can be cool. Like, I understand that completely. I really do. Those are some really good answers, guys. They really are. But it's just something that I feel like it's a good thing, and it has its pros and it has its cons. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get things done on your own. But the con, that's a pro. But the con is it's tearing you. It's like it's isolating you away from social interaction, human interaction, because you feel like you don't need anybody. But do you really not? Like, you do. At the end of every day, you do. You may need some time to yourself, but I just don't feel like, me being the lover that I am, like, I just don't feel like you can live all of your life just alone. I don't feel like you can do that. You do, but that's a lot of reversing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, not putting your age out there, but like, you are older than me. But I feel like that's a lot of reversing to do. I feel like after 30, that's a lot of work to reverse, because you're so set in a way. You know what I'm saying? And when you meet somebody and they're telling you that, hey, this is not cool, you know what I'm saying, or the way you're going about this is not cool, like, it's hard. It's tough. It's tough to reverse what you feel like you already know. Like, that's hard to do. It's possible, but it is challenging. You know what I'm saying? So you do have to learn to be cool, man. It's called trust. It's called trust. You have to trust that, you know what I'm saying, somebody can have your back the way that you have somebody else's. It's not just or else you're going to just keep putting yourself in a pickle, because you want to be the one to give it all, but you're not willing to, you know, receive it back. You have to compromise. You got to compromise. It's hard when you're all you ever had to rely on. Yes, but the instances are so different. The circumstances are so different. You know what I'm saying? In what sense do you mean that? As a sibling, as a mother, as a, you know what I'm saying, as a daughter? Like, what do you mean that you're all you ever had to rely on? Like, what put you there? What put you in that mind frame to feel like all I got is me? What situation happened where you feel like all I have is me to rely on? I don't, you know what I'm saying? Everything is so different for everybody, but, you know, all of these are wonderful answers, though. They really are. They really are. She said, you got to show me something. I know that's right. Some people need action. Most people need action. In 2024, people want to see. People want to see what you can do. Like, this is, that can just go jump out the window. We don't want to, we're not talking no more. I don't want to talk no more. I want to see what you got going on, what you can do, because I get so tired of, and I've been the person to say this before, like, oh, you just used me, you're using me. It's like, duh, like, you're gonna get used in some type of way. Like, we're grown-ups, we're adults, like, it's 2024, like, times are changing, like, you're gonna be used. I need you for something that you may know that I don't, and vice versa. Like, I am using you for the information. I am. That's just what it is. When it got crunchy, nobody came to save me. And when did it get crunchy, sister? When did it get crunchy? I want to know that. Like, when did it get crunchy? And you feel like nobody came to save you. That's a really valid point. But, like, when did it get crunchy? What situation? That's what I'm saying. Like, were you a child? Did this root from childhood? Or did this, you know, roll over into you being a teenager, an adult? Like, what's up? Because I can relate to that. But the sad truth is, to be honest, nobody is coming to save you. And that's one of the biggest pills that I've had to swallow. Like, nobody's coming to save you. you have to create life for yourself. Like, you have to make it out to what you want it to be. And that's just it on that. Nobody's coming to save you. Back to the comments. One second. Motherfucker might lend an ear, give a little advice, but no real support, if that makes sense. All right. The comment says, people might lend an ear, give a little advice, but no real support, if that makes sense. So get away from me. Okay, well, yes, sister, that is absolutely correct. Because it's like, you're asking me what's wrong, but why do we feel like that? Just because someone asks us what's wrong and we tell them what may be wrong, why do we expect them to have a solution to our problem? Why do we expect them to fix what it is that's going on with us instead of just listening? We didn't come in saying, hey, I'm about to tell you what's going on with me and I want you to fix it when I'm done talking to you, okay? Like, we don't say that. Like, we just literally are looking for an ear. Like, when we say, can I talk to you? Or when you sitting around looking sad and defeated and somebody come ask you what's wrong, and we tell them, like, they're not expecting that we are expecting them to have a solution to our problem, like, at all. So the get away from me is crazy, but that is the fact. Like, get away. Like, what are you talking to me for if you can't fix what I'm going through? That sounds spoiled. That does sound spoiled now that I'm saying it out loud. Like, get away from me. Like, that's just no room. That's giving no room and no grace. No mercy. No mercy. Like, no mercy. Another comment, because I would, the fuck, I get it depends on the person, because Pootie gonna get you together. Hey! Pootie, Mo Butter, I mean, you know, I get it though. I get it. I know, I feel like, another comment. I stopped asking people how their day is. I feel like it opens the door for them to pour out their issues, when in actuality, I'm not prepared to take on your crazy juju. Woo! Melissa, why are you coming so hard like that tonight, bro? Why? That's hard. And I have been more intentional about that, for sure. Like, especially when, like, I'm at work, or even sometimes friends. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't even have the capacity today, so I be trying to, like, figure out what's going on with you without, like, asking what's going on with you, because it does open up the door for that. It really does. And then now, especially being empathetic, now you're walking around with that on you, because I can be honest, I have not created that barrier between me and other people to not carry and take on what they're dealing with or going through. So I feel you on that for sure. I feel you on that. It does. It opens up a big old door. And then sometimes they talking for so long, you can't even get away. You can't even get away. And then you don't want to look rude by walking off, but I'm telling y'all, it be straight like whatever with me. Like, okay, I'm just not digging this no more. I'm finna start walking. I'm finna start walking off. It's not right, but it is. She said, and now you're a free therapist. F that. Right. Now you got to sit up here and try to come up with solutions. It's just a snowball effect. It's a snowball effect for sure. It's a snowball effect, because it's like, okay, they're telling me this. I don't want to be rude. I do want to give this, especially if you can relate to it. And I find myself trying to do that a lot too, relating to what people are going through. Like, just to show them that they're not alone. You know what I mean? Like, but God damn, like, how much more can I tell? How much more can I give out? I don't know. So, but now you're a free therapist. I'm cracking up. But yeah, Plumia, back to what you were saying though, to kind of finish up answering that. It depends on the person, because I'm gonna get you together. Like, that's true. You just really want reciprocity. You want people to give to you what you're giving to them. And I feel like the world would spin at such a greater pace if people just gave what you're giving. But honestly, and we've touched on this in so many other conversations, it's like some people just don't. You would think it's like 1 + 1, right? Like, if I'm giving it to you, give it to me. But like, some people really don't hold that capacity to do the things that you're doing. You can teach them and they can learn, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can learn from you, but to get it back in just the way that you gave it, it's probably not gonna happen. And I feel like that's important that's when the importance of like learning a person and figuring out, you know, how they move and their actions and stuff. Like I feel like that all plays a part. That all plays a part for sure. It's all about just getting to know people. I think we just not asking the proper questions. And you're not gonna be able to ask every single little thing, you know what I'm saying, on your first date or, you know, when getting to know somebody. But just, you know, keep the questions flowing. Research on how to ask a particular kind of question. Like, you can never stop learning. You can never stop learning. You can never ever stop learning. Oh, we got about 15 minutes. I'm about to read another question. Y'all are giving out some really good answers here. Talking about slams hand on table. Say it for the people in the back, Mo. For real, Melissa, because that's why I really started this whole thing, like to just jump off the topic of hyper independence right quick. Like that's why I really started this whole thing, because I be feeling like I got a lot to say. And it can only be understood so much through making a status or, you know, typing something out. Like people need to feel what you got going on, you know, and I need to be 3D about it. But right quick, back into the comments, because Jure has something to say. My take is a bit different. In my experience with men, when I ask them how their day is or how they are, they only tell me enough for me to leave them alone and not ask them about it anymore. When dealing with women and I ask them the same things, they spill it all and expect me to have a solution for them. I don't mind helping you look for a solution, but I don't have it. Well, Dre, wait, what do you mean by you don't have it? Have what, the solution? Jesus. I don't have it. I understand your take. It's definitely going to be different asking a man versus a woman how they're doing or how they feel. That's a daily. I experience that often. Like, it could be somebody as close to me as my son. And I be trying to write it off. Like, maybe these are just little teenage feelings he got. He's a man of very few words. He's a young man of very few words. So I'm just like, well, how was this? Or how you feeling? Good. I'm straight. I'm alright. It'd be like, dang, you have no depth to what you're feeling. Like, I know we talk about feelings all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, and then I can ask my sister. I mean, we end up in tears and some emotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang. How do I go from asking you know what I'm saying, a guy how he's doing or how he's feeling, you probably get 3 or 4 words at best. You ask a woman, that's because we're just wired different. We want to lay the emotion out. We want you to hear what we're going through. And I don't think guys, you know, not so much for guys. You say, yeah, that you don't have the solution. That is heavy. To say that you don't got it, that would make me feel like absolute shit for even asking you anything, Dre. Jesus. Gosh. But I mean, as long as you're willing to help come up with a solution, I kind of understand what you mean by that. Like, I don't have the absolute exact precise solution for your problem, but I can help you come up with some ways in which, you know, to figure this thing out. So I get you. You laid that one on. And that's what I'm talking about. I love that. Be honest. Just be honest about it. I can dig that for sure. Mm-hmm. I can dig that. But why y'all, you know, I don't have the answer, but we can definitely look for it together. I love that, Jure. I love that. You don't have the answer, but y'all can definitely look for it together. I think that makes women feel safe. I mean, it can make any human feel safe, but ultimately speaking, as a woman, like, it makes us feel safe when, you know, a person, it ain't gotta be a man, it could be a woman, you know what I'm saying? Just listening to you, helping you come up with solutions to, you know, a problem or, you know, an issue that you might be having. I think we're all striving for safety. You know what I'm saying? Just to feel comfortable somewhere and have a place. You know what I'm saying? So that's a really great answer, and I do appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all answers, to be honest. All y'all comments, like, y'all be showing so much love and being so honest. I really do appreciate it, for real. Yeah, that was, yeah. I'm still just tapping into the comments here. But while y'all still coming up with answers and all of that, you know, be sure to share it, love it, and, you know, send it on to a friend. Send this live on to a friend. You know, the full episodes are definitely dropping, and y'all will be able to enjoy it that way too on YouTube. So I'm gonna ask myself another question to kind of tie this up, and then I'm gonna end it with the I don't know who needs to hear this, but y'all already know I got that for y'all every rip. Every rip, and they gonna be different. They gonna be serious. They gonna be funny. This is gonna be a series of things. But last question before I get into I don't know who needs to hear this, but how would you describe your job to a 3-year-old? How would you describe your job to a 3-year-old? Man, how would I describe what I do to a 3-year-old? How would y'all describe what y'all do for a living or a hobby, whatever y'all enjoy doing, to a 3-year-old in which they can understand? How do you describe to a 3-year-old that you braid hair, or that you work at a where you work? I don't know. I don't know. It's like, hey, you know, I take the I take the comb and I make it pretty. I don't know. I don't know. How do you describe what you do to a 3-year-old? How would you describe that? I have no idea. That's tough. That's a tough one to answer. I would love to see y'all answers to that though. How would y'all describe what y'all do to a 3-year-old? I lied like that was my last question, but this is gonna be my last one for real. What was your worst haircut? What was your worst haircut? What was the worst haircut you ever had in your life? I can tell you right now. It was a point in time. First of all, I'm lying. It's 2 that I've had. That's a good one, Melissa. I help mommies and daddies feel good by doing their hair. That's so cute because I didn't have it in me. It's been so long since I had to explain myself to a teeny tiny baby. It's been so long. But my worst haircut I ever had, it was 2 of them. And the first one is when I called myself damn, it might have been 3. I'm capping. Hold on. I'm talking about a bowl over my head. Come on, Dre, for real. Are you being serious? Was it really a bowl cut, literally? Oh my God. Okay, no, but I think I had 3. So the first time, I'm gonna let y'all in a little bit. First of all, as a kid, even teenager, I had very long, curly, thick hair. I'm talking about damn near using a container of gel for one ponytail thick. Like, this is when my sister left me to start fending for myself and doing my hair on my own. So I thought, you know, I had big old, you know, nice, pretty curly hair. And I thought I could do what I seen, you know, everybody else doing. I was coloring my hair, relaxing it like my God in heaven. So I colored my hair, right? Beautiful. I'm talking about butters. Like I had the honey blonde, like I had it going on, right? And I went to go comb my wrap down. And talking about the blue magic. I went to go comb my wrap down. And I had a patch in my shit. Like I had a patch, like a brittle to the bone bald ass patch in the top of my head right here, like right there. And I'm just swinging what I got left, you know what I'm saying, around like, what? I'm gonna be outside. It's the summertime. Woo. And I felt that patch and I was like, oh my God, like let me try to brittle down. I'm like, let me try to comb it over. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be good. Like I'm still gonna go outside. And I just like still felt the wind hit me. Like I felt the air like whatever blowing through it. So I was like, there's no way around this. I have to cut my hair off. Like I have to cut it off and start over. So that's what I did. I literally stood at the bathroom sink and just took some shears and started cutting all my hair off. Not a fade. I didn't go get it professionally done or nothing. I'm not lying. Like I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead ass serious. So I did that. And I just stood there and I cut all that shit off and I just watched it fall in the sink. It was like, I couldn't believe it. But that's what my ass get for trying to color my hair and do everything I see all my friends doing. And speaking of bogus ass haircuts, speaking of bogus ass haircuts, not really speaking of, because I'm not going to shout this person out because of bogus haircuts. He's actually the shit. He does a really great job. Shout out to my brother DMI Lions. Y'all go follow him for like a raw ass haircut, like in the total experience. Shout out to D. But yes, and then my second haircut, real quick, I had like this. When I say this shit was bogus, I thought I was finna be asymmetrical down. Like I thought I was finna have the with the like the and then make it long on one side. She sent me the fuck off. Like she did. She sent me off, and I didn't know how to like maintenance it. Like it was cute and shit, like a little bump when I had got it cut, but like. That fucking next day, I was looking a mess. Like, and I just didn't realize that the cut was there. Like, so it was short on this side, long on this side. I had no idea about flat ironing my hair really at the time. I just looked a fucking mess. And that probably, maybe me not knowing how to maintenance it was a badass decision on the haircut. Because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then the third bogus ass haircut I had was back in the mohawk era. Like I dead ass had a mohawk, head big as hell. Like I should have never fucking had that mohawk. And it just really looked bad. And I just really thought I knew what the fuck I was doing. Like, but that's when I was really like admiring my sister, because she had a mohawk and she was known like as mohawk. Like she was just known as mohawk. So I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? That's cute of my sister. I can do. No, bitch, I'll never do that shit again. I'll never do it again in my life. I'll never cut my fucking hair into a mohawk. Like, it was giving 27 piece with my real hair, like, on the side. Like, the sides is looking like a 27 piece. And I just don't want that for me no more. So, y'all can laugh, because I really don't care. I don't care no more. Hold on, who's talking about slapping on the blue magic? Not brittle. Melissa, brittle, bitch, like peanut butter brittle. Like, it was brittle. Because that color whacked it off. Like, the color just dried my shit up in that one patch. And I knew it was, like, sizzling for a reason. It was sizzling for a reason, but, like, I wasn't complaining because I'm like, I'm finna be cute. Shit, like, I ain't saying nothing. Like, I just let it sit. Girl, Nicole, now you know, I had some luxurious locks back when I was a shorty. You was there. We had it going on. Like, you were there. And I cut that shit off looking a mess. Outside looking home, just like I ain't got nowhere to go. Like, my mama did not love me, out there making choices on my own. And my mama will always say, like, quit trying to do what you see everybody else doing. And I'm like, girl, I'm finna go get me a relaxer. I ain't even gonna talk about the time I took a relaxer and had my mama put it in. I thought it was a sensitive and it was really a normal, and that shit burnt the back of my damn scalp up. Like, burnt it up. Burnt it up. I'm tired. Y'all bogus. I should have never even told y'all that. And the whole time y'all didn't even say nothing about y'all worst haircut. Y'all just too busy laughing at me, and y'all really not on my side. I don't feel like y'all on my side. And Pooh, hold on, what kind of haircut you said you had, Pooh? Let's see. I'm screaming. Hold on. When my Mexican ass daddy cut my joint into a fro with a damn tail, mama was living. Was she mad, girl? Was that picture? It was like round, and then you had like the Jeepers Creepers in the back. Or was that Muffy? I don't know. That might have been Muffy. Y'all both had that Jeepers Creepers tail. I ain't even gonna lie, but whatever. Tell me I ain't had my haircut since. Oh, was that it, Pooh? When you had like, it looked like you had like a robe or something on in your picture, and it was like a little round at the top, and then it was like a little curly little tail. I'm sorry. Pooh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even probably born. I'm just trying to like recall the picture. Why you say Jeepers Creepers? I'm sorry. Because that's what it was. I ain't even trying to front on my sister, y'all. Maybe a little bit, because that shit was bogus. Tell me I died twice just then. Mama, why you let him do that to her hair? Out of pocket. Let me finish off with this I don't know who needs to hear this butt segment, because y'all are killing me right now. So here we go. You already know what time it is. I don't know who needs to hear this, but, and y'all know I got a top 7 for y'all weekly. Weekly. I don't know who needs to hear this, but hold on. Alright. I don't know who needs to hear this, but number 1, we're gonna just get into it. Please shut the fuck up. Please, whatever you, number 1, just shut up. I don't even know what you're talking about, but just shut up. That's all you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta be quiet. Just shut up. That's all I need you to do. Just shut up. Hold on, let me get into number 2. Alright. And the second one, coming in at number 2, coming in hot and ready for you. I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop buying them gas station draws. Please, stop buying those gas station draws. Y'all know which ones I'm talking about. Them flappy, big, air just flying through the bottoms of them like puffy ass draws. Like, stop buying them. We don't want to see them. They make briefs now. Like, y'all need to come up out of what was that? What era was that? The fucking 1998, 2000. I don't even know. Melissa, they buying the petrol underwear, but like they're buying them. Like, stop playing. Don't act like you ain't never seen them elastic as mother. The elastic be popping out the waist. Y'all tying me up here. Like you don't feel that whistling between your cheeks. Honestly, when you come outside in them big ass pants with them big ass drawers on, you feel that shit. But let me continue on, because y'all play too much. Number 3, I don't know who needs to hear this, but brush your tongue. Brush your tongue. Scrape it. Brush it and scrape it. Scrape it off. Brush it and scrape it the fuck off. Because if I'm talking to you and you're grown and your shit white, just stop talking. Refer back to number 1. Shut the fuck up. Just please shut the fuck up. Anyway, number 4. Number 4. Talking about they be see. She said the gas station draws be see-through, y'all. But anyway, number 4. Stop lying. Stop lying. I just want to go to the mountaintops and shout this one. Stop lying. Like, all you gotta do is stop lying. That's all I need you to do. And you know what you're lying about. I don't know. I don't even know, but you know. You know it was a lie when you told it. Stop doing that. Just stop. Number 5. I don't know who needs to hear this, but quit that job you complain about every day. Quit the job. Just quit it. We're gonna skip right on past that. Just quit it. Find you something else. Because I don't even know what else to tell you at this point. You hate the job, go find you another one. Number 6, I'm sorry, that was number 5. Number 6, buy a new pack of socks. Buy a new pack of socks. Y'all be out here in the motherfucking $200 Jordans with socks holier than thou. And y'all just buy crunchy at the bottom. They didn't took they stuff off your feet. They just crunchy. And you too damn old for that. Go buy you a new pack of socks. I'm tired of it. I'm just tired. And number 7, we're going to wrap this thing on up with this one here. We're going to put a bow on it, people. I don't know who needs to hear this, but please stop asking to borrow folks' cars. It's 2024. Stop asking to borrow people. You cannot borrow it. You can't borrow it. Stop asking folks to borrow it. Just it's over with. I didn't even know people still did that. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop asking them. Just stop asking for the keys. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. I hope y'all enjoyed the show tonight. My mama talking about crunchy like a bag of Lay's. And again, it's your girl Mo Budda, and this is Big Chat with Mo Budda, and I just want to thank y'all for tuning in with me. Go over to YouTube, like, share, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to catch all the latest talk every week. So catch us next week again, same spot, same time. I'm out.